Hello everyone, Shanai here. We're gonna have a stream very soon after this video is being uploaded. I just had like a shower thought, in the shower, and it was about soldier and like how we watch soldier as a duty and not really as a job or anything grand, compared to other type of occupation and job and just duty and just things that make you some money, make you some give you some status in a social life, something like that. And I had this weird thought about like, hey, like nowadays people don't really want to join the army, don't join the military forces unless they really want to serve the duty and duty at the military places, Air Force, Navy, Marines, or maybe just some police force or like detective job. Those are duty. Doctors and nurses are in high demand, and we still have more recruit in a certain country. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that we are preparing for a possible conflict or just for the nation's safety. It's like a political. It's like political power, And having an army is not just having people to protect the country, but also to intimidate people that live in other country, in neighboring country. So they have more trust with us if they do so by siding with us or something like that. It's been like that since the Middle Age and stuff. But it really got me thinking when I think about soldier choosing to join the army or not. Back then, you would think that it's sad to see people like young men doesn't get to live to be 50 because they die in a war or something, and those that survive, they're not very happy with life or something like that. But people probably make a video about like this topic already, but I just want to give my spin on it. I just like really invest in the idea that back then people see going to war against another country is to make your country proud of you, or some want to make a living wage by going to war, and if they survive, that's just a bonus because frontline infantry and stuff like that, they don't really get a chance to survive. They're in the front line, and that was like way before musket or like guns thing. So you could go in with done you go in, you don't really expect to come out alive. You kind of just, well, it's not true about that. It's more of a like you expect to come back home if you're lucky, and it's a job. And if you want to pay for your family, you must go to war or something like that. So in a way, it's a career path that has a lot of responsibility and I would say guts, because you need that in order to like join up the army in as the infantryman or something. You must train to go such lengths so you can perform in combat much better than average Joe, And when you think of it like that, it makes sense why people would fight over something like a political power or like piece of land, maybe some resources, treasures, that kind of thing. The higher up wants you to fight in order to gain something for the country or for themselves, and the soldier just have to fight. The frontline unit is especially, how do I say this? They're the one to go first, right? It's like waves of enemies just crashing in with your friends. Well, not your friends, your comrades. And the number will dwindle down as the progress or as the battle goes. the frontline unit is starting to die out, and which side is more capable of fighting and have more numbers would be able to win the battle. And in a way, that is a slaughterhouse. And then we have like musket, and we start to change the direction from using melee weapons, close range weapon like sword or club. We turn into gunpowder. And I would say that like joining out for war is not as bad until the 20th century, 20th century, with the introduction of chemical warfare, French vehicle like tanks, and World War One really changed that forever. How we will war. Back then it was just like back before World War One, it's just a thing that men just do because that's just how it's normal to do that. It's part of life. You don't really go to war expecting to survive. Even but if you did survive, that would be a bonus compared to World War One and World War Two, where you kind of don't want to die, right? It's like all desperation. It's a really, really dark thought. And when I realized that, I was like, wow, World War One and World War Two is really, it changed the world on how we view the world, really, the perception of the war itself, and why we still sign up for it because of desperation for patriotism, for the country, just for the safety of your own family. But I'm not gonna get too political, but I'm gonna say that war nowadays is just pointless fighting. We have diplomacy, yet we still fight with what? Firearms, grenade, bombs. We just want destruction. We just want to. It's basically a war economy. If you play Metal Gear Solid, you know what I'm talking about. A country or nation, or a group of country and nations working towards the war machine. It's printing money. For some countries, it makes them really rich. But yeah, that's about it. If you want to hear more like that, subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, like this video. And if you want to support me on Ko-fi, link is on the screen and also in the description. I will stream soon. By the time this video I've uploaded, my stream would be up by then. So I'll be seeing you there. Ciao.